Hey beautiful souls, David Essery here, and happy June to you. I realise I'm a little bit late with that. It's been over a week already, but it's been a very busy start to the month. I'm just now getting caught up with my email newsletter and stuff like that. And as always, I like to channel a message for the month ahead, just to get a feeling of what's happening really, what's happening within the collective, what's with the planet, and that can help guide me with my own day-to-day processes and energy work, as well as with the content that I put out on this channel. I wanted to share with you, as always, that message. And once again, the beloved Melchizedek has stepped forward for this month. This is what he had to say. As the great gateway draws ever closer, we find ourselves in a time of unprecedented change, both within and without. Throughout this process, it is important to remember that eternal balance between the mighty God-free soul and the physical incarnate. It is easy to be swept away by the emotion of a situation if you allow your human instincts to be your guide. However, if you remain centered within that eternal light, you shall see a higher plan at work. Embrace this, for it shall allow you the emotional detachment that is required to navigate the change with grace and ease. Change is all this is, moving from one state to another. One does not fear the evaporation of a liquid, it simply is. So too is your transition. Change is not something to be feared. It is the natural process of all things, for nothing is ever to stay the same. It is this change that brings variation, and within it, excitement to a life stream. Be like water as you flow through the month of June. Allow yourself to move effortlessly from one state to another as you navigate the events of this auspicious period. Remember that on the other side of this gateway lies a fresh and bountiful energy, filled with new and exciting opportunities. Yours in divine reverence, Melchizedek. Thank you, Melchizedek, for that message. It's an interesting one, especially with the energies that I've been feeling, at least this month. Overwhelm is a term that keeps popping to my mind when I start tuning into what's happening in the collective at the moment. And it feels very much like lots and lots of things are coming up at once for people, and quite often triggered by others as well. Like everyone seems to have different contracts that are interplaying with each other at the moment. So different people triggering, drawing things out. And it may seem like chaos, but in fact it is actually people working together in unity to help each other with this release, to help us in preparation for the great gateway, as Melchizedek is saying, which of course is the solstice this month in June, where we are in for a big shift. So his advice this month is to be like water. Just go with the flow. Allow yourself to move from one state to another. So don't judge yourself for how you're feeling. Just accept it. See it for what it is. Try and see the higher purpose in it. This is what he calls us to do. To try and understand the higher plan in everything. And when we do that, we can just focus on that, and we can let the emotion attached with it go and move through it with ease. Bring us back to a place of harmony. A useful reminder, as always. Of course, actually, yes, as well, he mentions the balance between the physical and the spirit, and very much when he said that, what comes to mind is looking after the body as well. Focusing on that higher plan is, remembering the spirit that we are in the body, but at the same time, we need to look after our physical bodies as we're going through this process. If things are emotionally charged for you at the moment, it's even more important than ever, because your body will be under stress. Taking the time to rest, to sleep well, to eat well, all of these things will help fuel and recharge your body as you move through it. Really useful reminder there from Melchizedek. Now, I've actually also been guided off of the back of this to do a workshop around it, which I'm going to be running. It's quite short notice, but a week today, in fact, on the 13th of June, a workshop titled A Return to Centre. This is very much just going to be an opportunity to bring ourselves back into balance. We're going to do some work to help us release the patterns that we're moving through at the moment, whatever it is that's coming up for you in your life, to actively sit and focus and work to dissolve and release those as easily as possible. The more work that we can do on that, the quicker we can shift them, the easier the actual manifestation of that in our world can be. And then flood ourselves with peace, with harmony, bring ourselves back to our hearts, bring ourselves into balance between that mind and the spirit and the body, so that we can just flow through this period, bring ourselves back to that center, back to our heart, back to our spirits. And I think we're also going to throw in probably a bit of planetary work as well, to help, because if we're all going through this process at the same time, we're all releasing energy. We've got thought forms around us. We've got all sorts going on the planet. Plus Mother Earth has her own processes and is shedding her own energies. And that can get very dense within the atmosphere of Earth. And us being sensitive people can feel that quite strongly too. So we can do a bit of planetary work as well to help release that, which will help us as individuals. And yes, as I say, just bring ourselves each back to that center. Should be a really beautiful and illuminating experience. If you fancy joining me for that, I'm going to pop all of the details in the description down below. So that is on the 13th of June, Thursday night. I really look forward to seeing some of you there. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe. I share content like this, meditations, all sorts, all the time. I'd love to have you as a part of our community. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.